Hey there, everyone. It's Annalisa with Thanks.io. Now, today, I figure we're going to go through some basics in the message and QR template editor. So, to get into this, you're going to go down the left-hand side of your Thanks dashboard toward Creatives. And since we're going to be using the message on a note card or a letter or a postcard, we're going to go in and create the message and a QR code for that particular template. So, I'm going to pop into that. And earlier today, I created one for absentee owners. This can be for anything that you want to get the word out for. I just happened to choose this. So I'm going to pop into my absentee owner example. And you can see here it's currently a 4x6 or 6x9 postcard. And it's called the absentee owner. So you're going to want to be mindful when you name these so you can come back and find them and use them again and again in the future. Now, as we work our way down, the first thing we're going to hit is AI handwriting styles. Now you can see you can choose different colors like black, green, purple, and it'll actually adjust the color and make it bolder as you highlight over it. You can also ask it to auto size. I suggest just leaving it as auto because then the system will pick the correct size font for the area of which you're creating the message. So whether it's a postcard, a windowed or windowless letter, a note card, it will pick the correct size. Now, this next one kind of bungles people up once in a while. It says realism, on or off. And you can actually click this little information guide. Basically, this means that if you choose realism, the system's going to throw in like a scratched out word and a corrected word next to it or so forth to make it look like you really sat down and wrote out the information. So if you're writing something in here and you're like, what, why is this showing up with this cross out? Double check your realism. If it's on, it's going to throw in a human error. If it's off, it's going to write it without any errors showing on the actual messaging. So let's go ahead and work our way down. I'm going to go ahead and choose Quantum Quip. Say that like cool quip, Quantum Quip. And the first thing I'm going to do is say, well, where do I want to lead people if I have a URL? So right now I just have thanks.io in here, but this is where you can put in information if you want your absentee owners to get a hold of you at a specific place or fill out a form or book time with you. This is where you're going to put that link. You can also say, hey, I'd really love to have a little heads up every time someone scans this information, my little QR code. You can put as many emails in here as you want to make sure you're alerted and your team is alerted that they have a QR scan that they need to act on right now. Now, as we work our way down the page, you can see I created a message here. Dear first name, so it's going to pull these variables from the right-hand side into your message. Owning a property from a distance isn't always easy, et cetera, et cetera. And then I have it pulling in information directly from my own profile of my full name, company, email, and phone. You can go in here and add in any type of information. So if you needed to add in the address. So if you've been thinking about selling, and then maybe it's the variable after that, selling, and maybe it's the address, right, that you have for this absentee. Now may be the perfect time to explore your options. And you can see, because I added that variable, it's updated the template immediately to add in 123 Main Street. So you can see these adjustments on the fly as we go. Now, if I go back up to the top here and I do realism on, it's going to update again here. And you can see here, it's got, no pressure, scribble, scribble, just honest guidance. So this is where that humanism comes in, that realism part. So you can either have that on or off. Now let's go ahead and move our way further down here. You can also say, hey, I don't know how to write creatively. I need help. So this is where you can say, hey, AI, this is the gist of what I want to represent to people. I want to have them act on this, and I want to create a sense of urgency for them that they're going to relate to, so they give me a call or book time with me. And then you can click Let's Go, and it's going to create the messaging. You can also drop in an image background. So if you don't want just a white background back here, maybe you have an image or branding that you need to pop up there for compliance, you can do so. Just make sure you got that required size at 1875 by 1275, PNG or JPEG only. Last but not least, if you create something and you want to share it with anyone else, on your team, people you know that are also using Thanks, just click your little copy button, and now you have this template that you can share with people to download into their own dashboards and use going forward. Last but not least, we're going to go ahead and save this, and it's saying message template saved. So now you might have seen that little flash at the top. Hey, we do a content rating here. So I'm rating about a 7 of 10. I could hit a little better on what AI thinks is going to uh, resonate with people. So it's saying, hey, here's what you have. Here's our recommendation. So it's saying, hey, you're missing a whole contact me call to action. So this is where I can say, use this recommendation, and it's going to update and apply the message. Suggested improvement, use this recommendation. Now I'm at an 8 out of 10. You can kind of see how it rates you as you go. And then it's up to you to decide when you want to go ahead and use what it's created. So now it's a 10 out of 10, ready to go. So now I can pop on down here at the bottom. I'm going to save it. I'm going to close that template. And now I'm ready to use this anytime. So again, whether you're using a postcard, I can also update this to a windowed letter. And it's going to rethink my canvas. Now it's on a letter. So you can see when you have your branding updated, it drops it all automatically in here. So you can save many different types of things. Maybe this is, my absentee owner windowed letter. Maybe if I knew how to spell letter, that'd probably be helpful. But you kind of get the idea here. You can go in and create one template, and then if you're going to send it out in different ways, you can just choose that selection here and save different templates as you go. Now, if you ever need any help, I do encourage you to book time with me. There's a little QR code there at the upper right that you can take a little snappy snap with your phone and book with me with a one-on-one, or you can contact us at support@thanks.io. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.